Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of the Attitude Era, welcome to another episode for all my people who still watch wrestling. Yes, we still watch wrestling. I'm Steve Dent. We got Shaq in the house. We got Tilly in the house. Fellas, I'm Willie. You would know this. You know what I'm saying? You know about this. Shaq, I'm from. I don't know if you know this about me now.
I'm Jon Snow, man. I
I'm
know
from the.
nothing.
Oh no, you
I'm
know.
Jon Snow.
Oh
I know
no, you
nothing.
know. You know how to fish. You know how to fish, so you know what I'm about to say. You know how to fish, and you know how to clean fish and fillet fish, so you know what I'm about to say. But I'm from the country, dog. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
Yes,
from no,
yes,
I
yes,
ain't,
Quincy, we know
I
you from
ain't,
the country.
I ain't from no big city. Nah, I mean, they might not know that about me. You know what I mean? But I'm from the country, dog. You know what I'm saying? And when my mom, when something used to surprise her, right? She used to have this saying that old folks used to say back in the day, and I'm gonna say it right now. Talking about Saturday night, I'd be John Brown. I'd be John Brown, dog. That's what my mom used to say. But that was something used to surprise her. She used to be like, I'd be John Brown. I don't know who John Brown is to this day. But she said, I'd be John Brown. That's what the old folks used to say, bruh. Hey, dog, we got a lot to talk about with a little bit to talk about. That makes sense. The agenda
We
is
got a lot.
small.
We got a
The agenda is short, but it's a lot to talk about. We got a lot to dive into, man. We got a lot to dive into. There's another saying, but I don't think it's enough pauses to pause that, so I'm not even going to say it. But anyway,
Go ahead and say it, Quincy.
no, sir. No, sir.
Flip that up. Go
No,
ahead and say it.
no, sir. No, sir. Well, let's get to the never mind. We ain't even gonna say that. But look, I was about to say let's get to the meat and potatoes before I said that's crazy.
Yep,
But all right, Elimination Chamber, man.
that was this weekend.
That was this past weekend. Not this
Yeah.
weekend. That's this past weekend.
Anything happened?
Man, a lot happened, bruh. A lot happened from start to finish. Like it was crazy. We gonna go in order. We not gonna talk about it, even though like for the Toronto crowd, that Trish Stratus Tiffany Stratton match with Nia Jax and Candice LeRae, that was like the hometown feels. The rest of us is good, so we ain't gonna talk about that. But much respect to them, they put on a good performance.
They did.
Served its purpose. Yeah.
Yeah, it served its purpose, you know what I mean? But we not gonna even analyze that. We gonna get right to it. So first off, I got a question for y'all. This is how we're gonna start. The match itself, which chamber match was better, the women's or the men's?
Women's.
What say you, Shelly?
I agree. It was the women's.
Why y'all go into detail? Let's go into detail a little bit. Why y'all just the match itself, like not the moments or the whatever, just the match itself. Why y'all think the women's one was better?
I think the women's went a little smoother than the men's, although the women's did have their little snafus here and there.
Yeah.
But I felt the women's match was presented better. It had more moments in it, in my opinion, than the men's match per se, other than obviously but that wasn't necessarily part of the actual chamber match itself. I think the women's match as a whole started off with a bang with Jade coming out and basically taking Naomi right out of the situation was like set the tone for like what came afterwards. And that was just good wrestling, good storytelling. It's kind of hard for the men's match to be a normal Elimination Chamber match. And then let alone to have to go on after what Sami and KO did. Like it's kind of, it's a victim of the circumstances of how the match order, partially because of how the match order went, but also with how the women knocked it out the park.
Yeah, I kind of agree with Willie. Just from they set the tone with Jade coming back and the attack and the selling from Bianca and her pod was the way she was selling it. The Jade coming back to the match itself, to the spots they had. Yeah, man, the women put on. I enjoyed the women's match thoroughly.
I enjoy both, but I
No,
do agree.
no. I enjoyed both.
Yeah.
I enjoyed both.
Agree with y'all. And for me, I just think the wrestling was better. Like from start to finish, like you start off with Liv and Bianca, they do their thing. Then right after that, Roxanne comes in and Roxanne put on the show. And then Liv, like, she continues to prove, man, she one of the best female wrestlers in the biz, man. Like she was the star of that chamber match. But if Roxanne come in, they do their thing, and then you got Bailey that comes in after that, and then Alexa Bliss puts on a good showing. and then you didn't even have your first elimination until everybody entered the chamber. So I just think the wrestling itself, they didn't rely on big spots. Like they had one moment where Bianca jumped off the top of the pod, but other than that, it wasn't no big like high risk spots or anything like that. But the women, man, they were very creative. Like that sequence where Liv was taking Bianca's ponytail and throwing her against the cage.
Oh no, okay.
When she was bouncing her back off the cage using her ponytail to do it, I think that was dope.
See, she used it to pin like who was I forgot Alexa, I think. To pin Alexa,
yeah. She used it to pin Alexa. The whip from Bianca to Liv was crazy. That was crazy.
Can't fake that.
You can't fake that, man. So I think the wrestling was better, man. Nothing against the men. I think the men did a good job too. But like what you said,
the men's storylines were better though. How they
that's what I was going to say.
The men's storylines interwoven into the chamber match was
the fact that Drew lost how he lost, like that was a shocker because everyone here, everyone in the crowd, like crazy. You know, I'm looking at Cage Match. They rated overall show a 9, and the lowest rated match was obviously a tag match, but out of the 2 chamber matches, the women's was rated lower than the men's. I think because they tie into the whole Cena going heel. We'll talk about that later.
Yeah, that's
crazy that they felt that match was better than the women's match.
That's why I made it an emphasis to talk about the match itself, because if we include the moments, then I mean the men's you got to go with the men's match, but because like you said, the men's match tied to what happened, which we're going to talk about in a few. But as far as the
Priest was eliminated first too.
I thought Drew was eliminated first.
I mean, Drew, my bad.
Drew, nasty work, but it set up that story with him and Damien.
Storyline for Mania.
Yeah, so that's dope, man. All right, so let's talk about Jade real quick. So, what do y'all think of her coming back? Number one, and then number two. Let me just. Well, actually, I'm gonna follow it up. So, number one, what do y'all think of her return? And then two, are y'all locked in on the fact that Naomi was the one that did it, or do y'all still think Bianca played a part in it?
Nah, Naomi did it.
Okay. All right.
Just for the fact that she won the chamber. Like, if she didn't win the chamber, sure, but we can't have her now in a high profile being in the women's title match at WrestleMania, and also now tied up into this feud right here, talk about who attacked Jade. Like, she has her sights set on something else. So I don't think Bianca had nothing to do with it.
What do you think about the return, Jade's return?
Oh, amazing. Like, amazing. I didn't see that coming. I didn't think they were going to do it at the Chambers. As a wrestling fan, I know we all love to be surprised. Like, that was like a genuine shock and surprise. Like, oh shit, they about to do it right now. And to take Naomi out the match completely. Like, yeah, you're not even going to have the attempt to try to win this match. And we don't take you out off rip.
Yeah.
And then don't set your sight on nobody else. Just go in there, handle business, boost the ads, and then walk out.
Willie?
Nah, Shaq hit it right on the nail, man. Right on the head. Like, literally. Naomi getting her comeuppance, and unfortunately, that's what's going to happen. I'm looking forward to what they do with this act now, because, like, I don't know if I said it on an episode or maybe it was like in a text conversation about if Bianca, or maybe I just said it on stream. But if Bianca wins, that now pits her at odds with whatever's going on with Naomi and Jade. And now she has a reason for why she's going to lose at Mania. And then further along, this is just a separate thing. I think they want to push Io a little more in an effort to recruit more wrestlers from overseas. That's just a business side of me thinking about why do you pit the belt back on Io, although well deserving. First of all, was well deserving. Part of that as well goes into just like, pitting her in a spotlight that benefits them in recruitment.
We're going to talk, we're going to get more into that whole Io win later on, but I thought Jade looked phenomenal. This is the Jade that we need. I said it on on the live stream. Like, we need more belt to booty Jade. Like, less talking, less like,
more ass whooping.
Yeah, less like, you know what I'm saying, parading to the crowd. Nah, we need Beast Jade. We need that B word. I ain't gonna say it, but you know what I'm talking about. Was that post that she said afterwards?
That bitch.
Yeah, we need that, man.
For our fans out there, Steven Dent does not curse. If you haven't,
that's not.
You haven't caught on yet. Me and Chili do enough cursing for the pod. So
yeah, they do. They're gonna hold it down in that aspect. You know what I'm
He
saying?
even self
You
edits when
know,
rapping. When singing rap songs in the car, he self edits. Never seen
Yeah.
nothing like it in my life.
Yeah, man. Hey, but look, she looked phenomenal, man. A part of me still thinks Bianca has something to do with it, yo. Did you, all right, so even if, and we're gonna talk about this later, but it's something that Rhea Ripley, for one, she cut one of the best promos in her entire career after Raw last night. I don't know if y'all had a chance to see it.
Excuse me.
Jackie did an interview with her after she lost, and it's one of the best promos she's cut in her career. And it's something that she said along the lines of like her losing friends and stuff like that. And I think there's a situation where, to the naked eye, Bianca had nothing to do with it, right? But I think later on it's going to be revealed that it was her plan all along. That's just a slight possibility. It may not happen. It may happen, but it's just, we might get more answers to this Friday, you know what I'm saying? But right now it's just looking real iffy, you know what I'm saying? Um, so yeah, so all right, so what overall grade do y'all give the women's chamber match?
yeah, and I think night of, I was looking at like an A minus A. She's getting out a camera review. A minus A is what I was thinking of that night. So
A minus for sure. I'm gonna go at A minus because the next match we about to talk about, A plus. I'm gonna go ahead and get my
Plus,
grade right now, A plus.
plus.
5 stars. Five
Yeah.
stars.
Yeah.
Kevin Owens versus Sami Zayn. Like I got a funny story for y'all later on, but
I got one too.
me and Shaq was watching, and while the match was going on, I think it was to the point where they was fighting in the crowd and they got back into the ring. There was 10 minutes left in the match probably, and I looked at Shaq and I said, "Yo, this is a classic." Like it was crazy. Like the stuff that they was doing.
That's your funny story from that night.
No, I said I got a funny story for y'all later. Later, the key words. You a teacher. Pay attention to the key words. Later.
Right.
Later. I said I got a funny story for y'all later. Pay attention, Shaq. Pay attention. But
just guess.
pay attention, dog. But nah, the match was fire, man, from start to finish. They sold like the hatred between them, not just for what recently happened, but the stuff that's been built between them for years. Like it was compassion in that match, like as far as them still being friends, but like bitter enemies at the same time, especially for that type of match, and essentially a street fight, hardcore match, however you want to put the spin on the unsanctioned, whatever. For that type of match, you couldn't ask for anything more, man. So I gave that match an A plus, man. But what did y'all think of the match?
A plus. Like yeah.
A plus. Like
Yeah.
A plus, like A is one of the two. I don't want to go like it was perfection, but damn, that was a good ass match.
I mean, I don't know what.
A plus.
Yeah, I don't know what else he wanted him to do. Like yeah.
Even at the end when he botched the moment, like that was a hell of a way.
Yeah, and they still sold it.
To still sell it. Like that's as Shaq said it. As soon as he did that move, Shaq was like, "That's they are pros. That's pros right there. That's
That's
professional."
You botch and you still like
you
botch,
still
you clean up, you reset. You botch and you reset it.
Yeah, that's pros right there,
like,
man.
I want people to understand this is nothing new. Like if you go back to their feud in ROH, like they've been putting on these kind of matches. Even at ROH when it was El Generico versus Kevin Steen, like they've been doing this from ROH to NXT to now. Like they've been putting all classics together, which shows that when you kind of have that chemistry with somebody, like you can't miss.
The only thing I say about that is they hadn't given us a classic in WWE yet, and you know me,
WWE or NXT,
both. I don't think their match at NXT was a classic. I think the moment when he originally turned is a classic moment, and all of WWE, including NXT. But the match itself they had at NXT, I think it was a great match. I don't think it was a classic. I don't think they had given us a classic yet until Saturday night. I think Saturday night was the first time they given us a classic in WWE. You know what I mean? So because think about the casual WWE fan that doesn't watch all the stuff like, you know what I'm saying, like y'all do. Like, think about the casual WWE fan, right? They hear us talking about Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn and this big old rivalry or whatever, even back to NXT, and they kind of look at us like we overhyping it. You know what I mean? Like they really ain't done that much yet, like for y'all to hype it that much. Like they haven't had like a true classic match, and I think they finally gave us that Saturday night. I don't even want to talk about the men's chamber match. We're gonna get right to it, man. We're gonna get right to what happened after.
Travis Scott busting Cody Rhodes' eardrum. That's what you're talking about.
That
That's what you're talking about.
receipt that's coming
Is that
is
what
gonna
we're
be
talking about?
legendary. Like
It's crazy.
Cody might get up on concussion. That receipt that's coming is gonna be legendary.
The size was ahead of us all the way long, and we refused to see it. And it got revealed, man. John Cena finally turned heel. This is the story. So look, and I was telling Willie this. So I ain't gonna tell you why. Offline, I'm gonna tell y'all exactly why. I figured out exactly what happened.
Yeah, pizza and wings, man.
Nah, it was more. It was more than that. We gonna talk about that offline though. It was more than that. I figured it out based on the past couple nights. But man, so literally, I'm watching the chamber match, and for y'all that's watching, I went back and I watched it, right? But I'm watching the match. Literally, this is how it happened. Seth Rollins, John Cena, CM Punk left in the match. I'm like, shoot, this is about to be like classic. I'm locked in. I'm intent. Next thing you know, The Rock is in the ring with Travis Scott and John Cena and Cody Rhodes. And I look up, I look left, and Shaq, I blame Shaq for this. Once again, once again, slacking on his friendship duties.
Hold on, Shaq.
No, let me finish. So I said, yo, the match over with? He was like, yeah. I said, John Cena, why? He's still in the ring. He was like, yeah. I said, dog, why you ain't wake me up? I clearly fell asleep. He was like, now mind you, me and Shaq ain't even a foot apart. Like, he's right next to me. He could have pushed me. He could have. But you said he could have pushed me. He could have paused, physically woke me up, and he failed to do so. Instead, he chose to record me on video snoring. A horrible friend. Horrible friend.
Calling this man saying, "Yo, Quincy, wake up. Yo, dog, don't sleep like this." Chat, we were just having a conversation. Like, we were just talking. We stopped talking for 30 seconds, and I hear
somebody is snoring. You don't call their name. You push them.
This man sleep.
You push them.
The whole last segment of the sequence of the match.
But man,
wake up talking about it's over.
Man, John Cena officially turned heel, man. So my question for y'all is, analyzing it days later. We're not in the moment no more. We're days later. Analyzing it now that we have some time to sleep on it, pause, and we have some time to think about it. Was it the right call? That's my first question to y'all. Was John Cena turning heel? I know it's still pieces to the puzzle that we got to get to. There's more story to tell. But as of right now, do we feel like it was the right call? Chili, I'm going to go with you first.
Absolutely. Right time. No one expected it. Like, he's on the back and he said this is it. What other time than to get this out the way? It's something you've wanted to do as a heel. So go ahead and do it, man. It's great. I love it.
Same reason as Chili. Why wait? Why not? Let's just do something. Let's try something new. What are we waiting on? And to do it like that, where people would have been, if Cena would have won the Elimination Chamber as a face, people might have had an issue with that. They would have had an issue with that. But now he's heel, and let's get it. See, let's go. Because he's tying that record, but he's beating the record. Excuse me, but he's
the way they tied the situation that was epic storytelling. Me and Willie was talking about this Sunday, right? Me and you was watching the Shaq, and you was like, "I love it," and I was like, "I don't like this."
Yeah,
I said, "I don't like this."
Everybody, y'all get along.
Let me finish, man. When I say I didn't like it, it's from the aspect of like me being invested as a fan of like John Cena and what I thought his retirement run should look like. However, it's one of the situations where it's like you watching a movie and the villain does something crazy, and it's like, I don't like this, but I love it at the same time. And that was my emotions with John Cena. Like, this is actually pretty. I told Willie this Sunday, I was dead wrong because I've been saying it for weeks now. Matter of fact, for a month, that John Cena should not be in the main event of WrestleMania against Cody Rhodes. And now that's completely wrong. Now, like, I'm 100%, 110% invested in what's going to happen next. Like, WrestleMania just literally, I'm reading articles weeks before the chamber, like, yo, WrestleMania is shaping up to be mid. The card ain't looking right. It went from that to just like that.
Yeah.
WrestleMania is probably going to be the most watched WrestleMania of all time, easily. That heel turn made it to SportsCenter. They talked about that on First Take.
On every show, First Take.
They
Aaron
talked about that
Hawaiian,
on First Take.
They
Yes.
talked about it at Nightcap. They talked about it on the whole thing. Yeah.
This WrestleMania is going to be the most watched WrestleMania of all time. This made it to a whole nother atmosphere as far as like media attention and stuff like that. Man, like, it was perfect, man. The way they did it, people question Travis Scott's involvement. I look at it like this, and y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. I just look at it like how the NWO used to have Dennis Rodman around, like kind of like that extra star power. It's something extra to talk about. Not only is John,
they love the crossover appeal of people, man. That's all that's there for. They said he does want to wrestle though.
Nah, I posted the video to the story today. He said he put in a ring in every last one of his careers.
I don't know if he's gonna take it serious as like Logan Paul or Bad Bunny, but he said he wants to wrestle.
Yeah, it was crazy moment. So are we putting this top 5, top 3 heel turns of all time?
Yes. Yeah.
Now,
Golden Boy, this is up there with the Hogan.
It's number.
Hogan
I still
heel
have
turn.
Hogan as number 1, but it's number 2 for me.
just a moment. We can't talk about everything in totality because we haven't seen what's about to happen with that. But
no, just a moment.
Just a moment.
It's number 2. Just because Hogan still had a run left in him. Like, that's why that was it.
I'll say it like this. Like, Hogan's the number 1. It's like Hogan walked so Cena could run and do this. Like,
yeah, I agree.
Without Hogan doing this, you don't never expect the Golden Boy to ever go heel.
Right.
You're not really expecting that to happen. And he was the one who really broke that mold. And now you have Cena doing it, who literally followed that path towards icon status in wrestling history, now going to the dark side finally.
I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This gonna and allow me to explain. If I'm going just off the moment, I don't even have Hogan on my list. And here's why. I didn't see it live. I read about it the next day and then saw the playback on Nitro. For me, a moment is something I have to witness firsthand. You know what I'm saying? It's something I have to witness firsthand. I have to actually be watching it and know, like Undertaker's streak being broken. I had a reaction. That was a live reaction. I witnessed that firsthand. You know what I mean? I didn't witness Hogan's turn, so I don't know what that moment felt like. I know what it felt like when I found out about it. When my friends came to school and was like, yo, you see what happened last night? And I'm like, nah. You know what I'm saying? Because I was the one night that my mom made me go to sleep. She figured out what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? And they told me about it, and then I saw the replay on Nitro. But if for me and my, like, just reliving that moment, once again, I didn't watch it live, so I can't include that. That's just me. You know what I mean? But if we talking about, like, just ranking heel turns itself, then yes, of course, it's top 5. But if we talking about, like, how we felt in that moment, I didn't watch it live, so I can't really speak on that. It's almost like ranking moments for NBA, and people talking about, hey, we remember Wilt's 100-point game. I ain't see that.
I didn't saw it.
I ain't see that. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. That's why for me, and we'll get into this later. For me, Cena might be one. That heel turn for Cena might be one. That might be one. Y'all, you looking like you don't agree.
It's just, I don't.
But I mean, wait, Shaq. Wait. I just want to say, just let the record reflect and let that play this back. Go back to what he explained, what he deems a moment, right? He say the Hogan one is in the moment because he hasn't seen it, but yet he's read about it and then watched it eventually, right? So he's seen the moment, and then said he views the Cena one as a moment because it's what he saw, but yet he did not watch it live. He had to go and play it back.
I did watch it live. I woke up for that.
He
I
woke up
watched
for
it.
that.
Yeah, I was up. I was awake
He
for
woke
that.
up like right before
Remember,
it
you
happened.
see once again, pay attention, listen to the
Yeah, he
story.
woke up
I
right.
said when I woke up, The
Yeah.
Rock it was in the ring with
He
Cody
was cooking a
Rhodes,
little bit. He was
Travis
cooking a
Scott.
little bit. He was cooking a little
Yeah,
bit.
I saw that live.
He
See,
saw it.
see, you got to pay attention. You got to pay attention. I saw that part live. I did. I saw that part live. I didn't have to
I
go back
just
and
don't
rewatch it.
like in theory, I hear what you're saying,
Mhm.
but it's sort of like a moment is a moment. No matter what you saw, just saw, like, I'm glad you brought it basketball, like Michael Jordan's free throw dunk, right? For the 80s, right? Connie, a moment, right? Yeah, I know none of us here seen it. I know no saw it live.
I
That
never said it
doesn't,
wasn't. Hold on.
no, 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 no,
I'm
no,
not
no,
saying
no,
it's not. Go ahead. Go ahead.
let me finish. Like, that doesn't, just because you didn't see it live, it doesn't kind of like diminish the fact of it happened and it's still up here. Like, I don't, just, you're entitled to what you feel. I just don't see the connection between seeing it live and it being classified as a moment for you.
Invalidating it as not
Because
being
Yeah,
a
it's
moment.
validating the moment. Yeah.
okay, because y'all interpret it as two different things. I'm not saying overall if we was compiling a list that it wouldn't be top two. I'm saying for me personally and my list of the moments that I've seen and I've witnessed, I can't put it up there because I didn't witness it. That's all I'm saying. I'm not diminishing the moment and saying it's not an iconic moment. If we doing the list, let's say yes, we still watch wrestling, came out with a top 10 heel turns of all time list, it's absolutely top two for sure. You know what I'm saying? I understand the impact of the moment, stuff like that. But you're asking me for my personal list. If you're asking me for my personal list based on the moments that I've witnessed, then I didn't witness that moment, so I wouldn't have a top five. That's all I'm saying. I'm not diminishing the moment itself overall. Just like what I just said about Wilt's 100-point game. No, we didn't see it. And personally, I think it's a myth. I don't think it happened. However, him holding up that 100 sign is one of the most iconic moments in sports history. We can't diminish that. So I'm not diminishing it overall. I'm saying based on my personal list, right? Just like I wouldn't have Wilt top 10 on my personal list because I didn't see Wilt play. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm coming at with like you. I think based on what you just said, you taking it as if I'm diminishing the moment and saying that Hogan's moment is not top three, top two. That's not what I'm saying at all. I'm saying if you're asking me for my personal list based on stuff that I witnessed, then I can't put it up there. You're looking like I don't make sense. Talk. Say something.
I'm trying to find like the right analogy, right?
Please do.
I'm trying like this. Willie, cook for a second. Let me try to find the right analogy for this. Just cook for a second.
I mean, I'm just saying, if you're gonna make it look like I don't make sense, then you gotta talk. Like, what's up?
We had his opinion on it. He already
That's why I said
clarified.
it's your.
He didn't like the way it came off. It's like you were like saying it's not a moment.
No, I'm not saying that at all. It's top three moments all time, if not number one. So I'm not disputing that whatsoever, right? But if you're asking me for my personal list, I wouldn't have it up there because I didn't witness it. Just my personal list. It's a difference between. It's almost like having your favorite athlete. Okay, so for prime example, right? If you ask me who my top 5 favorite athletes are, I'm gonna go off the people that I've seen. So Allen Iverson would be number one, right? But if we asking me to compile a list of the greatest players of all time, Allen Iverson wouldn't even be top 5. That's just for me and my personal list of my favorite NBA players. He's number one. But that's essentially what I'm saying. Like I wouldn't have him above Kareem.
Yeah, I'll be right back, fellas. Keep going.
You good. I wouldn't have him above Kareem. You know what I mean? I wouldn't have him above that. I understand he's not better than Kareem. But if you're asking me for my favorites based off the players that I've seen, I'm going Allen Iverson above Kareem all day. And that's just me.
So you're saying this is basically like favorites versus greatest.
Yeah.
If you say that's what it is, then that's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Favorite versus greatest.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
yeah.
Your favorite's your favorite. I ain't got nothing to say about your favorite.
That's why I said my personal list.
No, you have to put that caveat favorites in there. Like your favorites versus greatest. Because those are definitely two different things, right? So I agree. But does this equate across the board for everything?
Yeah, I mean, if it's my favorites, it's appeal to like my preference.
No. I'm talking about like things that you didn't see live. They can't go in like to the greatest category.
No, I mean, great. No, that's what I was saying earlier. Like, I'm not saying it's one of the greatest of all time. It is. Like, if we're making a greatest list, It's one or two. That's what I've been saying. Like, I'm not diminishing its greatness. I'm
You
saying,
just have to use better verbiage. Okay, I got you. We're good. We're
yeah,
good. Okay, we're good. Now.
like,
All right, we're good. All right,
like
as long as you say greatest versus favorites.
yeah, I don't understand how something can be your favorite if you didn't see
I mean, so
His words were some shit. End the story.
it.
right, a perfect example. You know me. You know I'm a fight fan. I'm a boxing
Mm.
fan, right?
Mm.
Like those Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray fight. I didn't see any of those live. Like those Sugar Ray Leonard fights. Ali Frazier, Ali. Listen, I didn't see any of those. But those are some of the greatest fights of all time. You go back and watch it now, like those are some of the greatest fights of all time. And I can't say that they weren't, because they damn sure were.
Yeah, that's why I was trying to clarify. Like, I wasn't diminishing his greatness at all. Like, it's on the greatest list. But if you're asking me for my favorites, I'm not gonna put something on my favorites list that I didn't see. That's all I'm saying.
Leave it alone, Shaq.
Okay, all right. Oh, I didn't see WrestleMania 3 live at all. Like, at all. And that's my favorite wrestling match of all time. Was until 25. Was until of all time. Until Cena, Savage versus Steamboat. I didn't see that live. But the minute I saw it on tape, I said it was the greatest wrestling match of all time.
So the moment for you, like Hulk Hogan slamming Andre the Giant, that would be on like one of your favorite moments.
For me, I just thought we talked about overrated. I say that's one of my overrated moments of all time.
Okay. So Macho Man turning on Hulk Hogan, that's one of your favorite heel turn moments of all time? Like a moment? Why? Go ahead. Matter of fact, can we do that real quick? What's out?
It's not the end of the show, sir.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You know me, man. When you try to make it look like it ain't making sense, you gotta. I'm down for a debate, dog. I'm down for a debate. We got to get into it. You're not gonna make me look crazy, dog.
I'm not making you look. Once you use the proper verbiage, I agreed with you.
Yeah, it's just my favorite. It's just
once you use the proper favorites versus greatest, I was like, okay, I can agree with that.
Okay. All right. So before we gonna get into that later, but all right. So in regards to like the whole segment, as far as John Cena actually turning heel and Cody and stuff like that, where do y'all think this goes next? Like, what's the next chapter? Not the whole book, but what's the next chapter of the story? Which I think happens next. I think it's gonna be a while. Nah, no, not okay. So we got if this story is being told like I think it is, we got a chapter before we even get to the Mania match. First we gotta find out why. We gotta find out why.
He's not scheduled for a while.
And that's what I was about to say. I honestly don't think Cena's gonna be on TV no time soon.
We got at least another 2 weeks.
Yeah, so how are we gonna get to the why? Because we gotta get to the why. We gotta get to. There has to be a build up for this. The chapter. I think the next chapter.
What do you mean? Ain't no need for no build up now, baby. We here.
We just jump straight to the match.
Yeah, the face has gone to the dark side. You know what I mean?
No promos in between.
There'll be promos, obviously.
That's the build up.
They're not gonna not milk this.
That's what I say. That's the build up.
Yeah, but I mean, all it is John Cena saying, like, I've done it all. I want to, like, a shot was offered to me, however you want to dress it up. Basically, I'm greedy right now. I'm a greedy piece of shit, and I want my shit. So I tried to do it the good way at the Rumble. Didn't get it that way. I needed the chamber shot. Like, well, I mean, like, what is he selling people on other than him about to turn heel? Again, it's going to end with him beating Cody. This is all for naught if he doesn't beat Cody at Mania.
You think so?
On, fuck yeah. Hell yeah. He's got to.
So if all right.
If John Cena loses at Mania to Cody after going heel, go ahead. He's a heel. We gotta be clean. What you talking about?
No. Once.
How does he win clean?
We don't know yet.
Are you insinuating like he's gonna do something? Are you seeing like Cody is now going to do like some double heel turn? That's kind of weird to do, but
Nah, why I gotta be a heel turn? It wasn't a heel turn for him getting help last year, was it?
no, I mean that was like niggas jumped him. He had some homies coming to help him. Like this ain't that though. I don't think. I don't think they're gonna jump.
So you don't think Cody's gonna get no help of any kind in this match?
Cody will get some kind of help more.
That's
than
what I'm saying. Like, so if he gets some help,
because again, Roman needs to. Roman, I don't know. I don't want to bring Roman into this because I don't think it'll be that much involved with this go around. But I don't.
That's what I
like. Cody said in the Elimination Chamber, his soul is for the fans. His soul is for the ring. He's the good guy through and through. He's representing what wrestling is. John Cena has lost his way by going to join the money hungry fucks. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't nah. Anyway, Cena's winning. He's beating Cody. He's about to go on a terror spree over SummerSlam and all that, and have his way with the W roster. We're gonna get all his matches, and then he'll give it up to Randy Orton. Y'all
want Randy Orton to win that belt so bad. Shaq, go ahead.
I don't know. I think he's gonna win and lose his last match for the title in that pay-per-view in Boston, but I don't know who it's going to be against. It looks like it's going to be Randy. I think he's just dropping back to Cody, but it looks like it might be Randy.
I wouldn't mind seeing Punk.
I don't think it's going to be Randy. I think that's a dream. I think that's a dream that's being sold. Yeah. I don't think
it's between giving it back to Cody, CM Punk, or Randy.
Once again, I don't think it's safe to assume that John Cena's going to win. If I was a betting man and I had to put money on this match, yeah, of course I'm going with John Cena. That's a safe bet, right?
But you do bet.
No.
That just destroys his fucking heel run, yo.
Yeah, I love
right at the start.
Okay, that don't make sense or whatever. All right, but I don't. All right, so here's my thing though. I don't necessarily think it's a knock if he loses, but it's about how. Once again, I say this all the time. It's about how you do it, right? Do I think John Cena wins at Mania? We talked about this Sunday. Absolutely. I think he does win. But I'm not going to sit here and pencil him in as 100% guarantee, especially after the surprises we've been getting lately. We don't know what's about to happen. That's been the whole theme for this entire journey. Like, we really don't know what's about to happen. One thing I refuse to believe, though, that Cody Rhodes is just going to go out there knowing it's about to be 1-on-3, and he's just going to be like, all right, I'm going to just put my cape on and try to go into this match with no help. I believe he's going to have a plan of some sort. That's why I presented to you, what if it's a situation where he wins, but it's not clean, right? Is that still a knock on John Cena? I don't think it is.
I don't think they'll do the same kind of over-the-top finish 2 years in a row.
How do you know that?
Like last year, we got the everybody interferes, the nostalgia pops for all the old heads coming back, kind of clearing out the ring. I don't think they do that 2 years in a row.
So do you think The Rock and Travis Scott just comes out, help John Cena, and that's it?
I don't think he's going to need it. Like, he's going to cheat and win.
You don't think The Rock's going to have any involvement in this match whatsoever?
He's special guest referee.
That's crazy. There's no way he's not involved in this match.
I got Rock as special guest referee.
I can see that. I can see that, but I don't think it's a situation. Pretty much what I'm trying to say, and long story short, is I don't think we can pencil anything in. I don't think anything is a guarantee. I don't think John Cena win it. Am I gonna predict for John Cena to win this match? Absolutely. Will I be shocked if he doesn't? No. I don't think it's gonna be any guarantees in regards to this main event. I don't think we
shocked.
I don't think we truly know what's gonna happen. I really don't. I don't think we know. I think it's a whirlwind of surprises right now. Nobody expected Travis Scott to be in that 3 with the Rock. Right now, people speculating if that's the end of the stable or if they got a third man, and people speculating who that third man is going to be. It's a lot of speculation. I don't think nobody truly knows. I don't think we truly know what's going to happen as far as the main event.
And we still waiting on Hikuleo, who's allegedly signed.
We don't know. I've given up trying to predict when he's coming back. I've given up.
It might be over for them.
It ain't over with. It ain't over.
But not done.
But the storyline's not over. We still gonna get Jacob versus Solo at Mania. That's still gonna happen.
They don't even call themselves the Bloodline no more.
But it's not
It's over.
done.
Bloodline's over.
You want the story to be done. It's not done. It's not done.
It's over. Like, they don't even call, what do they call themselves?
In regards to what?
Like, the bloodline's over.
It's not dead. Roman already said that. They all have said that. Not Jacob. Jimmy just came out in an interview and said it is not dead. It's another chapter to that story coming. I'm telling you based off of stuff I've seen. So,
Story.
what you mean?
What would be the story? Roman won. Roman got the Ulafala is over with.
The band getting put back together soon. Don't worry. So happens. That's what happens when you don't read the dirt sheets. The band getting put together and say you don't want to see it. That's fine. But the band getting put
Corey
back
gonna have
together
to come to
soon.
somebody for help to stop them niggas from
The
terrorizing.
band getting put back together. I'm telling you this right now.
You know what I mean?
I'm telling you this right now.
It's already out there, man. Hey, man, Cody got to find some niggas to come help him, yo. Deal with the Rock and them boys.
And who better to go to
boys.
than the people that you helped out?
Who you need? I just imagine how they gonna. Well, Saudi Arabia coming up, Crown Jewel coming up. You know they need some 6-man tag match bullshit going on, bro. Come on, bro. Think about this, man.
Cody, Roman, and Jay?
Man.
And you don't think, all right, so Solo versus Jacob at Mania, who's the face and who's the heel? So you don't think Jacob at some point, especially after what we saw at the Rumble backstage that people hate, you don't think Jacob at some point is going to link up with Jimmy and Jay, depending on what brand he at?
You just said in that match. In that match, Jacob's the face.
No, I'm just saying, if he's the face, and Jimmy is a face right now, Jay is a face right now, Roman is a face right now, you don't think at some point they're going to link up?
Why get Roman involved? What's going to draw him back in right now?
I guess we about to see, bro. Guess we about to see. Let's get into, so, all right, first and foremost, trying to figure out how I'm going to word this. You know what? Never mind. Let's get back to it. Let's go back to Monday Night Raw. So Monday Night Raw opens, if y'all didn't see it, CM Punk cuts hell of a promo. You know what I'm saying? You can add that to his tallies of historic promos he's cut. Cut a legendary promo last night. They start off with a wild brawl. So next week on Monday Night Raw in the Steel Cage match, we got Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. All right? It's obviously looking like it's going to be a triple threat or whatever. How are we enjoying the build-up to Mania? Is it a situation where do y'all think that match should be happening again on Raw? Is a situation where we kind of questioning, like, where is this going to go? What do we think of the booking? Because right now it's looking like that is a lock. There's going to be a triple threat. Once again, we don't know for certain, but looking like that's going to be a lot. What y'all think of the booking so far?
Like I keep stating that this is the perfect time to be a wrestling fan because we don't know. Like, I, for one, question why they're trying to end the feud because they made sure they used the word "it ends" next week. They kept on saying that, like, next week it ends, it ends, it ends. But if you end it now, what are we doing for Mania? So I'm not sure where we're going with it. So, but sometimes you got to spike viewership. So put a banger of a match on, let them know that y'all about to get a pay-per-view quality match.
It's in MSG, so they got to
put a pay-per-view quality match on free TV. So
go ahead, Chili.
No, ain't nothing wrong with some 50-50 booking, man. They need to wrap this up. Seth has the one win over him. I mean, shouldn't be. Yeah, Seth does. Punk's got to get his get back.
No, you had it right the first time. Punk won the first time.
Punk won. No, wait.
Punk won.
He did win.
Raw Netflix debut, Punk won.
Okay. Punk won. Seth gets his get back.
He
then
has
afterwards, to. Yeah, Roman comes in either to give reason for them to go back at it again, or the fact that it's 50-50 now. 1-1, they fully settled it at Mania.
I think, okay, all right, so one, I don't buy into all of it, it ends drama. They said this, they said the same thing about Punk and Drew McIntyre, and they still make hints of having another match. Like, they still not over that rivalry, and they shouldn't. Like, a rivalry like that shouldn't just, if y'all still on the same brand, I can see it.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Drew is on a different brand, but if y'all gonna be in the same match, then don't just act like y'all whole rivalry didn't happen. I don't like that. Don't play us stupid. You know what I mean? So it shouldn't necessarily end, right? But I don't think it ends. Now, granted, there's no way you can end it if they're tied 1-1. If it ends, big if, CM Punk goes over next week. And I think that absolutely can't happen. Seth has to win this match. If Seth win this match is 1-1, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I don't think Roman comes out next week. Would I love
I
that
don't
to
think he
happen?
does either. Yeah.
Yeah, I would love for that to happen. I would love for him to come out and destroy both of them. But I don't think it happens. I honestly don't think he's coming back into those 2 dates that he announced. I think they should throw a monkey. For the record, I think he should, but I don't think he is. I expect it to go one-on-one, no interference. We have a clear winner. I think Seth is the winner. And then I think we get to a point where we talk about a third match. And Roman, that's when Roman comes back. Like, that's when Roman pretty much attacks both of them or whatnot, and then we go from there.
25 drops, I think, on the 7th.
Of
Isn't that
April?
like Friday? No, of March, like in a couple of days.
Yeah, that's on a Friday.
Yeah, I think that's on the Friday. I'll be surprised if it pops out for release day or something.
He should. I want to see
on the face.
as a Roman Reigns fan, I will say this. Like, last year, the build-up for Mania, he was on TV way more than this. And now, like, the chamber has ended. Roman got to start making appearances, man. It can't be 2 weeks before Mania. Now, granted, once again, it's about how you do it, but Roman can't be coming back like the week or two before Mania. No, like this, we got to get some appearances, man. We gotta get some TV time, man. So, and I'm saying that as a Roman Reigns fan. Last night, shocker, Io Sky wins the women's World Heavyweight Championship, beats Rhea Ripley. For those of you that might be confused, so Bianca Belair, where's that ringside? She did not physically get involved in this match. However, Rhea was mad at her because she was clapping for Io and the move that Io did. Rhea questioned it, thought that Bianca was her real friend. They start going at it. She gets distracted. Next thing you know, Io hits her move, pins her for the win.
I think Rhea was a little braggadocious, but overcomely.
Yeah. I'm going to say this first, and then I'm going to go to y'all. I think it was the right call. And I've had a chance to think about this more and more. Number one, right? All right, so let me get this out the way. I've been asking for a Rhea versus Bianca WrestleMania match forever, right? So I want to make that clear. Number one on my dream list is that match. There's a caveat, though. There's a caveat. If you watched last week's episode, I told Shaq that should main event one of those nights of WrestleMania. After seeing John Cena turn heel, it is absolutely clear that match has no chance of main eventing whatsoever. It's because Jey Uso versus
last week.
Jey Uso. No, you said what year you did? Never mind. All right, Jey Uso. That's the one time you right tonight. Jey Uso versus Gunther is main event night one, and we're gonna have Cody versus.
It's main event.
They already said it.
Said what?
They said it's gonna be in the main event of night one. Well, not officially night one, but they already said that Jey Uso Gunther match is penciled in as the main event of one of those nights. I would have to assume it's gonna be night one.
You know why it's penciled?
Why?
Because we could erase that shit.
What you think? What you think? What you think gonna take the place of that? How can you have the Royal Rumble winner not main event?
They don't always main event. They get a champion. They get a championship. Man, they get a championship match at WrestleMania. Long gone is the main event.
In all seriousness, name the last time a men's Royal Rumble winner did main event. In all seriousness, I'm not even being funny right now.
Shinsuke wasn't the main event.
Yeah, okay, Shinsuke. Okay.
They don't just they get a championship match.
You say it like it's an every year occurrence that it doesn't happen. Like I've only known a couple times that it didn't happen. Maybe Shinsuke. What's another one? Are you saying it like that's every year? Every year that I know.
Whatever that Punk match is.
I give you two. I give you WrestleMania 35, and I give you WrestleMania 33. Those are two off the top of my head that I remember that whoever won the Royal Rumble didn't actually main event Mania. Other than that, I can't think of another time. Brock Lesnar won the Royal Rumble when he fought Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 19, right?
Yeah, where he almost died.
Yeah. Booker T didn't win the Rumble. I can't think of another time. So it's only happened, and off the top of my head, I could be wrong, but off the top of my head, I can only think of two occurrences where it happened.
All right, post. I'm going to tell you.
Seth in 19.
Well, Seth is give me
Edge in 2021.
Shaq, real quick. Don't give the WrestleMania. Give us the WrestleMania number if you can.
I got a list from like
35 and 37.
Okay, we said 35.
37 with Edge.
37 with hold on, 37 with Edge. Hold on. Was that
nah,
the one that
wait.
they did main event? Edge did main event. That was a triple threat match.
I couldn't go. That wasn't.
Yes, it was. That was Roman versus DB versus Edge. That was the main event. That was the main event, bro. That was the main event of night 2. I bet you money on that one. That was the main event on
That
night
was
2.
great. They didn't win the Rumble that year.
Edge didn't win it wrong. Well, you're right. That's my fault.
Okay, who won?
So I'm looking at a list from then. So times like were main event, people who won the Rumble main evented. This is from WrestleMania 37 back.
Okay.
So unless you want to use Cody Rhodes, and whoever else since then, but they say it's 18 out of 28 Manias have had a Royal Rumble winner in the last match of the night.
Okay.
And if you want to go even further than that, 13 out of that 18 have actually won that. So from 37, Sasha v. Bianca was supposed to be the main event. I guess that didn't happen. Wait, and Edge, Bryan, and Reigns main evented night 2. So I guess one of them did win the Rumble that year.
Who won the Rumble that year? WrestleMania.
Edge.
Nah, it won't Edge.
Roman?
Edge didn't win the Rumble.
Was it Roman?
Now Roman came in as champion. Who won?
Yeah, you're right.
Was it Drew McIntyre? It was Drew. It was Drew.
Yeah,
It was Drew. Because Drew faced Bobby Lashley. Drew faced Bobby Lashley at Mania night 1. It was Drew that won because that's the year that he eliminated Brock Lesnar and he eliminated Roman Reigns.
Matter of fact,
hold on. No. That was 36.
The Mania we was at with Randy Orton.
I said that already.
Okay.
I said that one. Because remember I said Roman Reigns and Taker main event of that one.
WrestleMania 36, Charlotte beat Rhea, so I think she won that one.
Hold
that
on,
was an opening
I'm drawing
match.
a blank.
Drew main evented WrestleMania 36, beat Brock Lesnar, and then the Big Show.
No, who won the Rumble 37 though? I'm drawing a blank on that one. We know who was in the main event. It was Bianca Belair and Sasha night 1, and then it was Roman Reigns, DB, and Edge night 2. That same card, Drew fought Bobby Lashley. Bobby Lashley was the champ because Bobby Lashley won. I remember that. So it had to be. I feel like it was Drew, or maybe it did. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look that up because I cannot remember who won the Rumble.
Edge did win.
All right, hang on.
Edge won.
Edge won the Rumble that year.
Yeah, I'm about to tell much Edge won.
I don't know why I don't remember that.
Edge
Oh,
won.
you know what? Oh, was that the Thunderdome Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Okay, all right. That was the Thunderdome. Okay, you right. All right. Edge did win. All right, but Edge did main event that year. So, okay, so you said 10 out of 28?
Yeah, hold on. I just asked ChatGPT. I just got frustrated and said, fuck it. Did win. Edge was the Royal Rumble winner that year. Brock Lesnar in 2022. Cody Rhodes 23. Drew McIntyre in 2020. Let's see. Seth Rollins did not. In 2019, he opened. Shinsuke didn't. Randy Orton did in 2017. Triple H did in 2016. Roman did. 15. Sheamus is one who didn't main event. Edge didn't in 2010. He didn't main event.
So who did?
Out of 31 Rumbles, 17. Hang on. Out of 31 Rumbles since 93, the winner has closed out 17 WrestleManias.
So more likely than not, whoever wins the Rumble main events the Mania, but there have been occasions where it hasn't.
Yeah, that's the best way to look
That's
at
the statement. All right, so Shaq, what main events night 1 there?
Punk is in.
Okay. All right. What you willing to wager on that?
50% of the time.
See what match you
You willing to put a wager on that?
Let me see how the match card
No. You
really?
all right? On that, we live right now. You wager on that?
Give me like 2 weeks. Let me think about it.
Wait, what does he want?
That's what I thought. That's what I thought.
What is he betting?
Give me 2 weeks.
So now the deal expires tonight. They know you don't get no fair advantage. You don't get no fair advantage to see what's out there.
I don't read the dirt sheets like you. I don't do that.
Hey, dirt sheets ain't said nothing about who main event night 1.
That's what you said. You said it's penciled in for one of the main event slots. You read that somewhere.
No, they said it. They literally said it last night on Raw when they was doing the interview. That's what I'm saying. Like, go back to the interview, the promo he did. That's why I said that. They said that on Monday Night Raw. Yeah. So so all right, that's official.
It's official. We can bet them so on
You
it.
know you already owe me. So okay.
How, from what?
You keep forgetting. We'll talk about it offline. We'll talk about it offline. But I don't. All right. So look. So all right. Back to my original point. I was saying that match doesn't have a shot of, and it should, but that match doesn't have a shot of main event this year. So if it's not going to main event, I'm absolutely cool with the triple threat. I think it's the right call because if you're gonna do it, remember what do we always complain about, Willie? What's something that you always complain about with Willie? I mean, not with Willie, with Rhea. What's your number one complaint that you always say about Rhea right now?
You about to tell me, what is it?
That she's been super Rhea, like she's been
Yeah,
unstoppable.
true. Yeah,
And what better way to make her vulnerable than to have her lose again to somebody she's never beaten?
yeah. Her kryptonite, Io Sky.
She looks vulnerable right now. Like she has never beaten Io Sky, and everybody had her winning last night. We already had it penciled in Bianca versus Rhea.
Yeah.
And Io wins now. Like, and you will understand this more as soon as we get offline tonight. Go and watch Rhea Ripley's promo, yo. She is super emotional. It's the best promo I've ever seen her cut. Looks absolutely believable. But even as Jackie is, and shout out to Jackie, she did a hell of a job with that interview. And she said, like, this is the first time we're seeing you in a vulnerable state. And I think that's the perfect builder. I think Rhea's about to crash out. I think Rhea's about to demand her rematch. I think Bianca's going to come in and be like, wait, I got a match already. I won the chamber. And that's how we're going to get to that triple threat. And if you're going to do it like that, then that's how you do it. You have Io win, have Rhea demand her rematch, Bianca stake her claim, you have the triple threat. You know what I'm saying? You don't just have Rhea win.
See, just for Rhea to be fucking super Rhea and a triple
That's your complaint.
match, my God, yeah.
And Rhea is vulnerable. Rhea actually looks like a human. You know what I'm saying? I don't think Rhea's going to win at Mania, by the way. Once again, we don't know, but she's not my pick to win.
I'd rather Io just hold the belt, man. Let her just have some fire matches.
I think Bianca's gonna win with Naomi's help.
That's crazy if Naomi comes out to help her, but then that makes it smart. If they avoid communicating this entire time, like Naomi and Bianca, and then it's like she hasn't been able to get in contact with Bianca. I mean, or with Naomi. Then Naomi comes out like, yo, I try to help you, and Jade's still looking for her, and then it still puts Bianca in the middle of their beef while trying to do her title shit.
But
does that make Bianca heel?
No.
Yeah.
Right. None at the start until she decides to pick a side.
That's what Willie is cooking, because I think Bianca is gonna have to pick a side, and I don't think she's gonna pick Jade. I think for the simple fact that you got to continue to build Jade into this monster, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think it benefits either party having Bianca pick Jade's side. I think it's more beneficial storytelling wise. You could tell a story with that, with Bianca picking Naomi's side, you know what I mean? So I think that's what's going to happen. But I will say this for the record. Io deserves a big time WrestleMania win. She has been killing it, yo, and she absolutely deserves this title reign. I will say that. So if Io wins at Mania, I would be fine with that. I would be perfectly fine with that. You know what I mean? So yeah, man. Now, is there anything else? I think we covered everything, but I just want to make sure. Is there anything else I'm forgetting? Any final comments about John Cena's heel turn, man? That's a legendary moment, man. So the floor is yours.
The receipt Travis Scott got coming is gonna be legendary, dog. Like, I just can't wait to see. I want them two in the ring at the same time, so I can see.
I honestly don't think it's gonna be a receipt.
A receipt is coming, brother. He legit punched that man, dog. Like he stuffed him. Yeah.
Like you said earlier, man. You asked, how do you top last year's Mania? And they are slowly inquiring, like, man, like if they give us anything close to the lead in with how they did the bloodline shit and Cody getting slapped and all that crap, that leading into Mania, and they do anything close to that with this whole thing with Cena and shit, man, they're cooking right now. So I'm looking forward to where this goes.
My last statement is this. If you was holding out on buying WrestleMania tickets because you thought the price was about to drop, go ahead, just prepare to watch it at home. Go ahead, find a local party the local live stream. Go ahead and get your money ready for your food, cause you ain't going. You ain't going. Yeah, I know, right? Hey man, people buy the tickets, man. Man, it's crazy, but they cooking. Though. I did not. I thought it was gonna be once you said it was gonna be Punk. I thought about that. I thought about everybody but John Cena, bro. I did not think it was gonna be John
Yeah, I
Cena.
thought it was gonna be Punk, yeah, but
Yeah, I don't. It's about to be crazy, man. And I do, for the record, like I know we argued about it, but I do got John Cena winning this match. I just don't think if he loses, because I think we just gotta wait to see what happens with the story. I think they have. I'm not gonna say it's all for naught because I think right now they have all of this planned out, and I think John Cena has helped put together the perfect storyline for this. So if he loses, I'm gonna assume it's for a purpose for a bigger storyline coming up. But I do think he's gonna win for sure. I do think he's
to
gonna
get
win.
new theme music.
He better. He better not come out to that trash. He better not. We don't want to hear
The
knowledge
perfect
for
way
self
we
no
can hear
more. There's
the
no
perfect way
that
you
that
get it.
that
John
Nah,
Cena,
nah.
that
Yeah,
secret.
yo, he needs to
I think
come
that's
out
the
to
No,
that and just
no,
walk to the ring. Don't
hell
even run
no,
to the ring no more.
He don't
Just
even
hell
run.
walk.
He
no,
gotta
Just
walk.
walk like on
hell
some G
no,
shit
hell
He gonna
no.
come
with the
out in a
mean
suit.
mug.
He gonna come out in a suit. No more Jordan.
The first night back, sure, but by that third night, you better have some new theme
John
music.
Cena
You
said.
are no longer seeking knowledge for self.
John Cena
For those of you
said.
that don't know what I mean by that, he in his second verse he actually talks about seeking knowledge for self. That's the part that my line brother X actually bursts into flames every time he hear that part. So no, he is no longer seeking knowledge for
Sign on to
self.
Dark Man X,
Started
yo.
the X. He is no longer seeking knowledge for self. I mean, his time is now, but no, I need a different theme music, dog. You did all that rapping back in 2002. I need you to go back in the booth and come out with something else, dog. Have Travis Scott do one of your theme music, dog. I need a darker edge to John Cena. I need John Cena coming out in all black. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna win.
I need the Hollywood look, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, dog. He can't come out to no suit till my time is now. No, no,
Nah, but he
no.
should. He should just to piss him off.
That'd be crazy. Shaq, what you got for us tonight?
People, to all our fans, all in there, to all our listeners out there. This right here, what the hell I call the segment? This or that, right? I was about to call it Inside the Locker Room.
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy.
We'll edit that part out. And what time are we at?
Love you, Mike.
We're at, yeah, you right. We're at 106.55, right? 106.55, Quincy, 106.55. This or that, to all my people out there that still watch wrestling, this is when I come up with a wrestling scenario, question, categories, whatever it may be. And I ask the fellas and we just kind of shoot the shit and see what we can come up with on the spot. So, seeing that Saturday, we had a historic moment, right? We're going to piggyback off the little conversation debate we had earlier. I want to get your top 5 favorite, not greatest. Let me get your top 5 favorite heel turn moments.
I was about to say, let's get this clarification out the
Heel
way.
turn
That's what I said.
moments
That's
or heel-
well, heel turn moments. The moment, the heel turn angles, or whatever you want to call it, the heel turn moment.
We focus on the specific moment, right?
either they turn heel or just a moment as they're heel.
Yeah.
No, the moment when they turn heel.
Okay. All right. We not
That's so they have to be okay.
we not factoring
I have to
that.
play within your rules.
We not factoring in everything that happened afterwards. Just a moment, right? I'm just making sure.
I mean, their favorite heel turn moment.
All right, the moment. Okay, all right, cool. All right, so I can give you my 5 now. So at 5, I got Triple H turning on Daniel Bryan at SummerSlam. Randy Orton cash in.
He was already a heel though.
No, he wasn't at that time. He wasn't a heel. He wasn't a heel then. Remember, he was the one trying to piece everything. He played the role like he was trying to piece everything up. That's where they started the whole.
But no, but then he made DB fight him first to get into that championship match, right?
No,
He was healing it up.
no, that was at WrestleMania, bro. I'm talking about SummerSlam.
Okay.
I'm talking about when Randy Orton initially cashed in. And they
Got
started
you.
that whole corporation angle. Now, that was at
Got you.
SummerSlam. 'Cause remember, DB won,
Yeah, he
confetti
wanted
raining
me.
down,
Yeah,
Triple
yeah.
H clapping in the corner, and then
Right.
all of a sudden he turned it. Then Randy Orton theme music hits, Randy Orton comes down, and then turns around, and then that's when Triple H pedigrees Daniel Bryan.
I got you.
Yeah, that was crazy. So I got that at 5. At 4, I got Ciampa turning on Gargano at NXT. That was crazy for me. 3, I got Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman when they do that shot. And they show Paul Heyman sitting beside him. I'm actually gonna go at 2. I'm gonna go with when actually, you know what? No, all right, yeah, I'm gonna do it too. When Triple H turned on Shawn Michaels, when they was doing the whole 2-man DX thing, and then Triple H turned on him, that was crazy. And then 1, I got the chair shot heard around the world, man. I remember where I was when Seth Rollins turned his back on the Shield, dog. That was crazy. But you know what? All right, so let's take, for the purpose of including what happened Saturday night, I'm going to take Triple H and Shawn Michaels out. I'm going to insert John Cena turning heel, and I'm still going to put that at 2 for right now. The moment, like I said, I remember where I was at for Seth Rollins. I could not believe that, dog. So I'm going to put Seth Rollins turning heel 1, and then John Cena 2. But I won't argue with nobody that got John Cena 1. Chili, you go ahead, bruh. I saw you.
No ranking order. I'm just gonna give you 5 that stick to my mind. I had to go pull it up real quick to get a refresher. Stone Cold, teaming with Vince, Paul Bearer betraying The Undertaker, Seth Rollins, the Shield betrayal, John Cena's recent betrayal. I know Dennis sick right now as claiming The Undertaker as the GOAT. Totally forgetting that. Because if you remember,
you're no son of mine. You're no son of mine. You're no son of mine.
Which time? Which time when he turned on him?
when
Which
he
time?
joined Mankind, because that ends up leading to Kane coming.
I forgot all about that.
That was at SummerSlam, right? The Boiler Room Brawl.
Yeah. And man, I'm gonna throw a female one up there. Bailey turning heel, destroying her inflatable tube. They had tube.
Broke my heart.
The end of the
That
hugger.
that is by far, in my opinion, that is no. If we got to do this ranking soon. The top 5 NXT call-ups that Vince McMahon fumbled. Bailey is number 1, in my opinion. Now, granted, Bailey still went on to have a strong career, but I think people need to actually go back and listen to and look at how popular she was. I would say Bailey, when she was coming up in NXT and she finally got to the main roster, she was just as popular as Jey Uso is right now. And if you don't believe me, go back to Battleground when Sasha Banks has the mystery tag team partner and they reveal it as Bailey, and listen to that ovation. To this day, it's one of the loudest ovations in WWE history. And then go back to when she debuted on Raw and they debut her as a new signing. Listen to those 2 ovations if you think I'm just making this up. They went absolutely insane for Bailey. Bailey was as popular as anybody, and they killed her booking, man, and it ruined that character. We are never going to – Bailey already said it. We're never getting that character back. Yeah, man, that's number 1. Only reason I ain't got shit scared, too, is because what you say all the time, Shaq, Vince was never putting that championship belt on him because he don't speak English well enough.
They were saying, man.
Shaq said that all the time, though. He said, hey, Shinsuke speak English well enough.
I can't sound no shit with you, my boy. Can't take you on no press junket.
And lost to Jinder Mahal twice, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, man.
But twice. My list, I got Hogan. I got Cena. I got HBK in the barbershop. The one I thought that I was gonna say, I got Mark Henry on John Cena. I'm surprised that didn't say that.
He was already a heel. That's why I ain't say that. He was already a heel.
I did want to say Michaels and Jannetty because I do remember that as a kid.
Yeah, I definitely remember that as a kid.
The reason why I started watching wrestling, why I fell in love with wrestling, man. Yeah. And number 5, I got Kurt Hennig turning his back on the Four Horsemen and joining the NWO and Fall Brawl, man. I thought the NWO was it. The Four Horsemen had it. And here come Kurt Hennig, the last horseman out. It was on and popping. It was a trick the whole time.
Yeah, that mean
It's all coming.
I look at the Mark Henry joint in the same realm as AJ Styles. I looked at it as a heel move while being a heel. Like he was a heel, came out, tried to fool the crowd. It's almost like
Tried to fool.
I mean, yeah, he fooled the hell out of me, dog. He fooled the hell out of me. You know what I mean? Just like when the heel be playing music, you think it's a matter of fact, what Logan Paul did, he played John Cena music, thought John Cena was about to come out as him. I thought it was just a heel move to just like trick the audience, man. He was already a heel at the time. That's the only reason why I don't have it. It's one of my favorite moments ever, though. I loved it. Well, actually, no, it's not because he lost. Yeah, he won that match, which he should have. Then, yeah.
I was super shitting, man. He wasn't losing that.
Man. So yeah, man. But look, man, this is gonna be a long road to WrestleMania. We got the road to WrestleMania 2 coming up. So y'all stay on the lookout for that, man. But thank y'all for joining us tonight. We hope that you enjoyed it. Like I said, we got a lot to talk about, man. So, but in the meantime, make sure you like and subscribe to the content. We on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. We on social media platforms. Soon to be on Google Play and iTunes. So y'all stay in tune for that. But until next time, man, y'all have a blessed week. Be safe out here. And much love, man. Enjoy y'all week. All right.
Peace, be safe, be blessed.